My name is Nemigisha Letitia from St. Cyprian High School, Kyabakadde. We are here for the high school Crossfire. Under our resolution, this house will prioritize foreign labor force as the most effective means of economic tourism in Uganda. So I'm here with my colleagues. We have Tristan, we have Gloria, we have Maria. So we expect to win, we expect to win in this debate, we expect to learn, and we expect to make new friends.
My name is Kim Trojas, here hosted at Namgongo Vocational and Secondary School. I'm here by my teammates Aloe Mary Grace, Salauri, and Tagalaga Rigani. The resolution, this house will prioritize foreign labor force as the most effective means of promoting economic tourism in Uganda. In this season, you expect a lot, you expect to learn and unlearn.
House rules. Each speaker has 5 minutes. The first and last minutes are protected. The judge will ring a bell to signal the protected time. The bell will ring continuously after 5 minutes.
Resolved. This house will prioritize foreign labor force as the most effective means of promoting economic tourism in Uganda. The type of debate is a policy debate. First of all, I would want to explain the key terms in the resolution. Prioritize, much more attention, but we are not neglecting the local labor force. Foreign labor force, foreigners who come into the country with a skill to promote economic tourism. Economic tourism involves the financial benefits that are obtained from tourists coming into the country. Our research comes from the Cambridge Dictionary. The problem that we are solving in this resolution is, the problem that we are facing currently in Uganda is that Uganda is lacking the international visibility and recognition because Uganda is not known. And the other problem is adequate skilled labor to handle the international tourists. Labor marketing and global visibility. Uganda is overshadowed by countries like Tanzania and Uganda, and yet Uganda is known as the Pearl of Africa. It has over 604 mountain gorillas, which shows that Uganda is a rich country and it can be able to get the economic tourists coming into Uganda. So our time frame is 10 years because we believe that in a period of 10 years, Uganda would have obtained the visibility that we need. Our work plan is we are going to hire the foreign labor force from other countries, which is going to help us to bring up our economic tourism. We are going to further work with the tourism board and the government to settle the foreign labor force in the country to promote economic tourism. Our status quo is that Uganda tourism hires over 1,000 people in the tourism-related industries from the local labor force, but majority of these people are not skilled. They do not have the skill to work with the international tourists. Our house is the Uganda Tourism Board. Our source of funding is Ministry of Tourism, Trade and Industry, Ministry of Finance, and Ministry of Uganda Development Bank. So in 2019, inbound tourists to Uganda spent over 4.580 trillion on tourism services. And while the domestic tourists spent approximately 2.97 trillion in that economic tourists. So this is going to show you that our country, the domestic tourists, really do not put an impact on the country's development, but then the foreign tourists are putting in the country. Our source of information is UBOS. Why we are saying that we should prioritize the foreign labor force is because the foreign labor force is going to help us promote the country global. Foreign laborers who have the international networks and exposure can play a role in promoting tourism, like Muzungu Boda. Yes, we all know that Muzungu Boda was deported from the country because of different reasons. But then Muzungu Boda, by the time that he was in the country, he helped promote the tourism sector that was in Uganda. So Muzungu Boda was deported, but then before he deported, he left an impact on the country. He left like people from his friends. He promoted Uganda. Like there is this thing that was there when he was promoting the Uganda airlines that were traveling from Uganda to London. So this is going to help us if we prioritize the foreign labor force, because it's going to really help us. It's going to really help the country. The other point is it's going to help us in capacity building. These foreign labor force are going to come and train our local labor force. This is going to help us because we believe that within the period of 10 years, as our time frame states, that our local labor force would have learned what to do. Thank you.
This house will prioritize foreign labor force as the most effective means of promoting economic tourism in Uganda. Dear Judge, we strongly, profoundly negate this resolution as we team negatives. First of all, we do not agree with the key terms they gave us. Let's go on. What's foreign labor force? Foreign labor force refers to the workers who are employed in a country other than their country of origin or citizenship. These workers may be migrant workers, expatriates, international employees, and as guest workers. But for us as team negatives, we are considering them as guest workers who are characterized by diverse skills and qualifications, cultural and linguistic differences, temporary residence, and at the end of the day, they contribute to the economy of the country. Dear Judge, economic development is a form of tourism economic tourism is a form of tourism that focuses on fostering economic growth and development in a particular country or region. The key aspects of economic tourism is knowledge exchange, local business supports, and investment opportunities. Then to prioritize is to give precedence or assign a higher level of importance or urgency to something. Or Judge, first of all, they come here and give us a time frame of 10 years. But we as team negatives, we have a clear plan, and for us, we are not prioritizing foreign labor force, but we are prioritizing the local labor force. Because, and according to our work plan, we think that in only 2.5 years, we shall have reached to our aims as we team negatives. First of all, this work plan is in phases. In the first phase, from the first month to the 12th month, there shall be capacity building, whereby we shall equip Ugandans with globally competitive skills through collaborations with the education institutions, universities, technical colleges, and vocational skills to deliver training programs. Dear Judge, there is no need of us prioritizing foreign labor force in order for us to develop our economic tourism. But instead, we can use them as trainers and mentors to come in our country as temporary workers, because they are not coming here for permanent work. They are coming here at a short time, they'll go back. So we just need training and mentor from them. In the next phase, there shall be economic retention, whereby we shall prevent economic leakages by prioritizing local employment through partnerships with government agencies, Ministry of Tourism and Labor to oversee policy implementation, and then the private sector. Then in the third year, we shall have the cultural preservation, whereby we shall enhance cultural authenticity by empowering local communities through local community village cultural groups and artisans cooperatives to create authentic experiences in partnerships with the Uganda Tourism Board, our dear Judge, whereby we shall see that in the end of our phase, the last phase, there shall be sustainability in tourism, whereby we shall promote ecotourism and community-driven projects with support from Uganda Wildlife Authority, and shall collaborate with the communities on conservation efforts. Dear Judge, currently in Uganda, we see that the tourism sector heavily relies on local labor. This includes tour guides, hospitality staff, artisans, cultural performers, and conservation specialists, many of whom possess deep-rooted knowledge of Uganda's diverse heritage, landscapes, and wildlife. Well, foreign labor might bring technical expertise, but the local workers has constantly demonstrated their ability to promote authentic and cultural immersive experience to resonate with the tourists. In this case, the local labor force is willing to get these skills
from the foreign workers. So there's no need of us protesting. Our dear judge, the reasons as to why we are providing that alternative is that when we prioritize the local labor force, while investing in skill development and capacity building initiatives, by doing so, we ensure that Ugandans are equipped to meet international standards in tourism while maintaining a sense of cultural authenticity and national pride. Therefore, this approach fosters long-term sustainable economic growth and uplifts communities and reduces dependence on foreign labor. I rest my case.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.